go. Can anybody hear me? Awesome. Well, thank you, Tina. Amy is in here. Amber's here. Thank you. Ah. Hi, April. Just in case you hear funny noises. Sun is over there. Hubby to the left. Hold on.
Okay.
So let's wait a few more minutes for the other ones. If they can find their way. And then we can see what we can do. Hiya, Sandy. I have to wait till everybody gets in here because you've got some decisions to make. Because I'm freezing, sis. Hi, Mary. It's cold and windy and it's been pissing down all day. Very annoying. Let me see. Oh, I'm throwing stuff. Hold on. There we go. It's a huge difference with just even last week. It's like, okay, start of September, let's kicking autumn and, you know, like give all of the shitty rain to Europe. Great. Okay. What we're gonna do is first of all, we need to decide. Hiya, Dad. We need to decide between two paper pads for this journal that we're making. So we've got, I hope it doesn't glare too much. Hi, Sam. We can either use this one, which is Trick or Treat by Echo Park. Hiya, Gerda. Or we can go with Steampunk Debutante from Graphic 45. So it's up to you guys what we is gonna use. Well, that's one steampunk so far. Typical darts, you know, the first to see is the lady. Well, so far the steampunk is definitely winning. Amy, I'm sorry, but we can do the because we're doing a soft cover journal first, and we can do next week. Can do the Halloween one. So we could do the steampunk this time round. If I'm lucky, if I We can do it in like 2 sessions, 2 weeks, this week, next week. And then the week after that, the third week, we'll start with hardcover Halloween one. That gives maybe some other people some chance to get some extra Halloween stuff if they want. Just an idea. Hiya, Mikey. Oh, we are very, very fluffy, Sam. We are gigantic fluff. Okay, so we're going to put this one aside. And we're going to start with the steampunk debutante. Yes, we are extremely fluffy. I was lucky enough to get the full set, so it even has a bit of the chipboard we can use on the cover. It comes with the sticker sheets and of course with a whole bunch of double-sided papers. Now this is just I mean, seriously, this is like, oh my god. And it's 2 of each. So we got this one. The back is meh. We've got, yes, they do that. They come with stickers. These full pads, they come with stickers. Then we've got like, I love the corsets. Hiya, Tita. And then a nice stripe on the back. And yes, of all my thumbnails, like, let's just die. So I got nice nails instead for that one. Okay. Move on. The stamp. Oh, look at this ledger. Oh my god. Oh, hello there, Miss Amanda. We've decided that it's this week and next week is steampunk, and then we'll make a hardcover Halloween journal after we finish this one. Oh, look at this. Oh, I mean, gosh, darn it, that's pretty. Oh, and I like this one. This would actually make a good inside cover. I'll show you. This is a typical graphic 45. The sniffing next to me is a hubby with a stuffed nose. Just saying. Oh, look at the balloons. Look at the hot air balloons. It's gorgeous. Well, there you go, Darth. You know, especially because you like the pretty ladies. There's a pretty lady there. And what do we... Oh. I've got a thing for dots, and this comes very, very close to dots. But this, oh my goodness. Look at the butterflies. And, oh, even more butterflies on the bag. Oh, these sheets like this with all the different make like awesome pockets or tags. We have a lot of fun with this. Oh, and I like that. I love this. This reminds me of that old vintage wallpaper type of thingy. And of course, you can't do steampunk without clocks. I mean, you gotta have clocks. Loads of them. Oh, I don't know if you can see the gears because it's quite dark. But I love this one. Nice and dark and grungy. Ah, yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, again. This is awesome. Okay. If I need to change anything, let me know. Ooh, creepy birds. I don't do creepy birds that well. But, and then we've got the journaling cards. I love these. These are perfect for tags. Ooh, and light gears on the back. Yes, you do, Amanda. I mean, I don't know if they actually still sell the steampunk debutantes, but you could try. And then some script on the back of this one. So these are the papers that we're working with this round. We'll decide what to use when a little bit later on, but at least you've got an idea now of what papers we're going to use. How are we going to make this journal? Easy. We start with an envelope. Is it, Mary? Oh, bugger. Well, you can see a little bit of it. I've got a cabinet there. I've got one drawer with just graphic 45, so I'm determined to use stuff up first before I buy anything new. Well, that's the plan. No promises, but that's the plan. We're gonna make a soft cover journal using an envelope. What I'm gonna do first is find me some tape. Where have they been hiding? Oh, there it is. And I try to keep, sorry for the crinkling, new pack. I do try to keep an eye on the, oh my goodness. This is, let me see. This one, well, you can take any size. You just adapt your inside papers and stuff to it. But this one is 15 by 10 1/4 inches. Oh my goodness, that's insane prices, Mary. That's insane. What we're going to do is we're going to close the envelope. And we're going to stick, because this is one of those big ones that you can fold out. And you can see. A bit bigger than an A4, yes. Or what we would call an A4. I'm gonna, if my tape wants to work with me, that is. Yes, it will. I'm gonna close that. Now, I've decided for this cover, just for some fun, to use fabric on the outside. Why? I don't know. Basically because I got it. But you can do it with any type of paper. Somebody's dinging me. Who's dinging me? Again. Let me see if I can find. Oh great, it's YouTube letting me know that I'm live. I knew that. See? Okay, let's forget that. Let's put that aside. Like I said, I've decided to use fabric. And of course, you can't do steampunk or Halloween without some black fabric. Oh, I saw that, Sam. That's hilarious. I want to ding. Well, you can ding if you want, Dot. I don't mind you dinging. Well, this one used to be like pretty tight on me, but that's been long gone that time. So This is just plain, what you would call a cotton. Very easy. Ooh, twins. I love twins. You can do this the easiest way. Well, I find the easiest way. Glue. This is my favorite one. And I think... Don't yell fabric too loud, Amy. Hiya, Peyton. Hi there, sweetie. Did Mummy give you a muffin yet? Glue. Yeah. If I can, I glue it all. I think this one is widely available in basically anywhere. This one I use the most for, yeah, I would love the fabric taxes, but I can't get it over here. And if I can get it over here, I pay like a shitload of money for it. And this works just as fine. Ooh, is Chicken Man in here? Yeah, see? Sam, I got Sam hooked on this stuff. I mean, I'm making sure that I don't run out of glue. I mean, come on, just the idea of running out of glue, it's not gonna happen. So, let me see. We're gonna do, I got this one, and to make sure I got like the matte medium in different types of, you know, just to make sure, you know, would be disastrous if you would run out, right? I wanted to do one signature first, but yeah, it's like, yeah, let's do 2 signatures. So it's going to be 2 signatures. But, well, hello there, Mr. Chicken Man. How are you doing, handsome? Oh, yes, you can, Sandy. Let me show you. I think you can... This is another good thing you can use, which is the sticky back canvas. I usually use this to, if I use a hardcover, reuse a hardcover book, and the spine is a bit iffy, I use this because this is really strong. Oh, you're gonna use all the stuff, Sam. Believe me, you're gonna use all the stuff. But this is another option. This one I got, the sticky back canvas is from Ranger as well. And it literally is called sticky back canvas. Works like a charm. It's already got adhesive on it. It's sheets with basically you... Great, nails are miles long. See, it's already sticky, but it's, you put it down, it's down. So you have to be very sure where you stick it because it's not coming up. Well, not in one piece, at least. And there's several sheets of this in a pack. To be honest, no idea what it cost because it's been in my stash for freaking ever. But this is, plus the fun thing of this canvas stuff is that you can dye it, you can ink it, you can stamp on it, you can color it, you can do anything with it. Oh great, it's raining again. But Now, let me see if I can find a brush that I can abuse. I should have one somewhere. Or I don't. Sure. Oh, fine. I'll use my scrapey tool. Ooh, this one's almost empty. So, first things first, let's put some glue on this. Oh, I'm gonna make it easy on myself. I'm gonna open a new bottle. Or it's not, that's one not open yet. There we go. Got to a craft knife. So, let's get some glue on here. And let's start this journal the easy way. And no, I am not cheap or in any way with my glue, because I have to make sure that this is not going anywhere. Don't want our books to be falling apart, do we? So, fun part. Let's try to get like the envelope onto our fabric without going, no! Try to get it on, yeah, with some sort of almost even around the edges. Tape, paper on fabric tape, unless you use the red tape, after a while will let go. So your book will fall apart, basically. It will just peel away from your paper. So when it comes to, even with a hardcover book, I always do glue between my paper and my fabric. See? Now, where did I put my bone folder? So much stuff, but do you know where it is? No. Okay. Oh gosh, are we already eating, talking food? What are we having? Oh, I've got several bone folders. This is my favorite one. This is a silicone one, or a Teflon one, I should say, which I usually only do for my paper because it doesn't scratch my paper. And I got a hard one to use on the other stuff. Yep. Why is he talking food? We're not supposed to be talking food. Darn it. Now I want food. I just had dinner. We just had a chicken curry. Oh, yes. This one is a gift from Miss Margaret Ann. So if it wouldn't have been a gift, I would have never gotten it. Because I almost had a freaking heart attack when I saw the price of these things. Really, really insane. Making a mess. Oh, when making a mess, no fear, there's such thing as baby wipes. Oh my god. I say we need, before we, you know, like crash on Amanda's lawn some moment, we need to stop by and have Chicken Man make us food for on the road. Just saying. Just an idea. Oh, Amanda's getting good food. Well, it's never, ever too early to talk food. Okay, next step. How did I manage to lose my scissors already? Oh, there it is. Next up, yell if you can't see, people. Please yell if you can't see. Well, this side, my right side, is a little bit too big. Well, and I don't like... I'm horrible at cutting straight lines. So I tear my fabric. Just see, that's better. That's better. Ooh, nice and smooth. I like it. Okay, that I can live with. Next thing up. What? Tearing the fabric, Sam? If I did, sorry, didn't know. I am cutting the corners. I leave about, what is it, roughly 1/4 of an inch between the corner, being this corner, to the edge of the fabric. If that shows, yes it is. And I do that on all 4 sizes. And yes, I am one of those people who actually has different scissors for different things. Being, this is my fabric scissors, will not be used for anything else. Where is my fiddly one? Oh, don't know. I've got a really small one which I only use for fuzzy cutting, and my Tim Holtz, which will be used for basically anything. Exactly, Sam. Fabric scissors, general, and paper. You got it. This is usually my paper scissors. It's the green one. But right now, although I do use my Tim Holtz, this one is my general, but it just crap on fabric. I don't know what it is, but it's just crap on fabric. Usually I save my scraps of fabric, but right now I've got so many scraps that if I save anything more, Frank's gonna divorce me. So, oh my. Oh yeah, definitely, Sandy, don't touch the fabric scissors. Just like, no, that's a big no. Oh, the Tim Holtz are fabulous. You know, if like now that these are a bit sticky, but I'm not too worried about because I got myself a spare pair. So next thing up, we're folding and gluing down the sides to the inside. I usually do top and bottom first before I do the sides. And yes, again, here comes the glue. In this case, lots of it. Oh boy. Depends a bit on the food. The real thick one, Sam, with a bit of vinegar. Oh yes. Have to have vinegar on your chips. Although I do think it's typical English, isn't it, to put vinegar on your chips. Hi, Gil. Well, not too much salt, but yeah, you definitely, excuse me, do need vinegar on your chips. See, I was born in the wrong country. No, a bag of chips, that's crisps. That's not the same thing, Henry. We're talking different things here, Henry. Yeah, I'm infected by the English. And I don't mind. I'm fine with that. It's like no problem at all. I can definitely live with that. And then this side goes up. Meanwhile, I'll just, keep going. I can literally almost do this with my eyes closed. Oh, so basically Henry is being a pain in the ass again then, if he knows the difference. Trying to push your buttons. Okay. Oh, air fryer is awesome. It's awesome. It's like all the yumminess of a nice crispy chip or piece of chicken without the grease. Yeah. Those sides are done. Now comes the fun part. Oh, that would work too, Sam. Tiny in the corners. You do a tiny bit of glue to push it down. And you definitely do need this. And a tiny little bit in that corner and pushing it down. Oh. Oh, Sam and I worked out a whole menu for when when I go over in May. Okay, these bits down, and now I can put this side down. And if you have any questions, feel free to yell at me and I'll try to answer it to the best of my abilities. go. Nice and tight. It's, oh gosh, it's been already a year, but last year, September, I was visiting a friend. First time in the US, and she made me stand in front of everything. So I've got me in standing, because we don't, over here, we don't have a Taco Bell. Over here, we don't have a Wendy's. We don't have Michael's. We don't have Joanne's. None of the fun stuff. So what happened, every single time we visited something that we don't have here, she made me stand in front of it. So I've got pictures of me standing with like a gigantic bag of food in front of Taco Bell. I stand in front of Michael's with my shopping bags of all the stuff that I bought. I have pictures of me standing in front of Joanne's with all my bags of stuff that I have bought. Needless to say, you know, ooh, Starbucks. Picture of me in front of Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Panera. Oh yes, I fell in love with what was it called? Chicken salad with Panera. Oh my goodness. It was like gigantic bowl, but oh my god, that was so good. That was really, really, and no, you don't want to see those pictures, Amber. You don't. It's embarrassing. Me in front of either stores who sell food or stores who sell craft supplies. I mean, yeah, talking about awkward, embarrassing. It's like, have you done anything else besides shopping? Ooh. Yeah, a little bit. Oh. In a minute, a 15-year-old will be running behind me, wearing his robe, and with a bit of luck, getting his hiney to bed. Oh, see? Everybody's talking food now. He's a pain in the ass. Seriously, two days in school, and he comes home with the worst cough ever. I was like, seriously, 2 days? You've been in flippin' school for 2 days. Like, it's like he was waiting for it. It's like, you know, I'm fine for the whole summer vacation, and as soon as you hit school, there you go. Let's like see if we can drive mummy crazy and get like all the germs in the house that we can find. Oh, Taco Bell is so good. The enchiladas with extra cheese. Oh my goodness. Like divine. Literally divine. Oh, easily, Sam. Easily. Well, he doesn't. I don't need extra new germies, Tita. I mean, I can perfectly well do without them. Oh, that sounds good as well, Henry. Okay. We are gonna leave. Ooh, making a mess. Making a mess. Oh, by the way, Amanda's waiting. Oh, sure. Just in case you wondered. Yes, he went to the toilet because you can hear everything. Okay. We are gonna leave this for a tiny tiddly bit. And now he goes upstairs like a freaking elephant. We're gonna leave this and let this dry for a bit. And we now need to decide because, sorry, itchy eye. We're gonna make 2 signatures, which means that each signature needs a nice cover, like I do. Oh, I can't show that one because that's Tina's journal, and we don't want to spoil the surprise. This is the journal I'm working on from our vacation. Oh, yeah, we don't cook on Fridays here. So we need to figure out the papers we want to use for our signatures. That's difficult words. So that's what we're going to do while the cover is drying a bit. So 2 signatures means I need 2 different papers, which means decision time. Now, I think if it's going to be 2 signatures, that means roughly, let's say, 5.5. So double it up. Let's see. What do you think? Oh, over here you can order anything and it will be delivered within 30 to... Oh, thank you, Gail. If you can deliver almost anything from Chinese to Italian. You mentioned kebab. You mentioned it. You can sushi. You can order it and it will be delivered between usually 30 and 45 minutes. Easily. Okay, so I like these, but if you fold it basically in half, I would lose a bit of the lady, so that's a shame. Oops. I really like to use some of this paper, especially the back, to back up some journaling cards, easy to write, so we'll save that. Roses are an option. I mean, that would make a pretty cover for one of the signatures, and you have the fleur-de-lis on the inside. Yeah, that's an option. Not sure about that one. Okay, this is usually... Now, another option is doing it this way. Then we'll have the airships on the outside. Or we can do it this way. That could be fun as well. What do you think? That's an option. That's not... Oh, oh gosh, I love this. I love this. However, we're gonna lose a bit of the lady, so that's... Those are cut-ups. Those are not options, and those are my journaling cards, so those are not an option. Then we've got these roses, which are pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I do like the... no, the cover's fabric, hun. I like the roses. Or the roses, if you do the roses like this, you have the script on the inside. Or you can do the script on the outside and have the roses on the inside. But I do think that we need... This could actually work because I can slide it off this way. Then one of the covers can be the lady with the gears. And this would make like a great set. Because it's 2 signatures. This would work, wouldn't it? I like this idea. And then I can use the roses. The roses would go on the inside of this. And you will have the signatures like that. I like that. Because I think the other roses, these would be too small. Because they're arses, Sam. Usually they don't feel good about themselves and think it's justified to, you know, if I'm not happy, nobody can be. Yeah, pretty much, Amy. Okay, so this is going to be the papers we're going to use. Oh, we will be using those as well, but... So it's the big roses will be going on the inside. Like that. With it? Oh yes, that's definitely gonna work. And these we're gonna make the signatures. Oh. Very well said, Sandy. I totally agree with that one. Okay. Let's see, how dry is this? Well, not totally there yet, and I don't want to rip the paper. But this is going to be the outside of the cover. And what I like about making covers like this, it's flexible. It's and you can do anything with this. And it's easy to put the signatures in later because it only takes 4 holes. That's the only thing you're going to do. You're going to make 4 holes in here. That's it. That's all. We need to decide how big or high. Ooh, it's 10 1/4. I would like to come in at least 1/2 inch from the top. And it has to be 1/4 inch in between. Okay. Yeah, that will work. Okay. We'll leave that for a bit. Next thing, we've decided on our papers. Next thing is, what are we going to put on the inside, paper-wise? We've got different options, and I'm going to get them. Just bear with me. Let me see. I should have prepared this, right? Yeah, it didn't happen. Okay. it's a steampunk one, what? Excuse me? Old and tired? That's a good thing you haven't seen me there for a while. I tend to use coffee dyed paper. It colors the way it colors. Sometimes you got big spots like this. Sometimes it's just a pale. I use graph papers. I use lined, just plain lined papers. Also coffee dyed, all grungy and yummy. Some are lighter than others. I use music. You rock that teal streak, Tita. Just think to yourself, I'm rocking it. Oh, I forgot some paper. I see. Ah, there we go. Sorry. And plain, what used to be white paper. This is usually what I use in my okay, girl. This is what I use in my journals. Let me get one out. This is another one we're gonna make, and these are oh, very easy. I'll show you in a minute, Tita. Behind me there's a gigantic dining room table who's never been used for dining. Oh, perfect. Tita, in some case you don't like, she can't handle the smell of coffee. Tea dyeing is, it turns out a little bit lighter, but works great. I know, Tita, it's perfect. That way it stands out and I can see not that I'm not skipping anything. This is this is my January journal, basically. And sometimes I write a lot and have just a little bit of collaging, and you know, I put pictures in it. Different paper. This is lined paper, sideways, because I want to switch it up a bit. I make pockets out of book pages, pockets with journaling cards, with graph paper. I use anything I can get my hands on, and I've got books I tear up are getting, the pages are getting dyed, coffee dyed, no doubt about it. Everything in this house that's used in journals is coffee or tea dyed. So it's like, pockets, little tags. You can use anything you like. Now, for Tita's question, how do I coffee dye my paper? Well, first of all, I make a whole stack of the papers that I want to coffee dye. I get like, oh no, we're waiting for, we've decided on our on the cover papers for the signatures, and we're waiting for the cover to dry a little bit further. So I'm just showing Amanda what type of papers I normally use for my signatures, and this was just an example. So like I said, I use graph I use line, I use music paper, I use regular what was copy paper, and I use book pages, also coffee dyed. But going back, oh, hold on, sweetie. Mm-hmm. Would you mind passing me the tray I usually use to dye my coffee dye my papers in? It should be there. Found it? Yes. This I use, Tita. Hiya, Daryl. How you doing, sweetie? Big school for you, young man. Big school. Coffee dye paper. Sorry, totally scrolled there. I've got like a big old piece of tablecloth on my dining room table. I get one of these. Normal people make oven dishes in it. I use it to dye. Simple. I get the cheapest instant coffee I can find. It's figuring out how darker or how stronger the coffee, how darker your paper turns out to be. I boil water, put some instant coffee in here, hot water over it, let it dissolve, and let it cool a little bit so that you don't. Hold on, Steve. Yeah. Push. So that you don't burn your fingers. Little tip: if you can, get rubber gloves, because I didn't realize, but I walked around with dark, like, smoker nails because of the coffee for weeks before I started using rubber gloves. Cheap ass rubber gloves, just do. And I just literally have it. I go through it like this. I let it drop in slowly, pull it out on the other side and lay it to dry on the kitchen table. I do this normally like 15 minutes before I go to bed, because that way it has all night to dry up. You can put it in the oven. Too much hassle, because you can only fit like what, 3-4 sheets if you're lucky into your oven. Have to bake it for 10 to 15 minutes. Hey, I work full time. I don't have time for that. So I do it this way. Not only this, I do the same thing with my book pages. Just soak them through. And you're ready to go. I do it with, let me see, where are they? Oh, come on. I'll do it with anything. I'll do it with paper bags, white paper bags. They're done. I get them through and I use them in my journals. I believe you call them. Oh no, you can, Tita, but 9 out of 10 times, especially when you're using regular copy paper, it can tear very easily. Yeah, spread them out on the table and let them air dry overnight. It's the best way. And that's where you get like the good wrinkles in it. Works perfect. I believe you call these coin envelopes, these little ones. Get white ones. Coffee dye them. Make sure, little tip, if it's got like a glue edge, to let them dry with the glue edge on top. Otherwise they'll stick to your table. Yeah. experience. Little white pockets, same things. Just get them through. They go nice and crinkly. And you're done. Same. Bigger envelopes. No problem. Again, get them through, but with the sticky side like that. And let them dry with the sticky side up. Otherwise, they stick to your table. There is nothing you cannot coffee dye. Even colored papers or book pages with pictures on it, you can coffee dye anything. If you've got lighter papers of a paper pack that's a little bit lighter and you want them darkened, coffee dye them. Just make, and if you want it to be just slightly coffee dyed, fine, easy. Just make your instant coffee less dark, less strong. Yeah, Amber, we know. We love you to bits, but yeah, you have no patience. Whatever. So that's how I coffee dye. I've got quite a big table, so I can do about 15 A4 size sheets at one. Oh yeah, the cheapest you can find, Mary, is like it's you know, I love my coffee, but it's not the type of coffee I would drink. It's like cheap ass coffee. So that's how I coffee dye my paper. So these are the papers that I use. And with me flapping my gums like that, hopefully, oh yes, this is dry. This is dry. Well, sort of. It's dry enough. Talking about not having paper. Are we back? Are we back? Gosh darn it. OBS decided that, you know, I have to stop streaming after an hour. A4, yeah, it's roughly 8.5 by 11. Mary, yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. Are you sure about that? I don't want to give anybody nightmares like putting me on the big stream. Taco Bell. I would go for the Taco Bell. I really would. I really would. Okay. This is sort of, well, for me it's dry enough. I just want to go on with it. We decided on the roses. Now, let's see. What? 1/8 of an inch. So that's a 1/2 inch. And this is 10 1/4. So 9 3/4 high. The width is perfect in this case. Otherwise, you just take it off a bit. But you just want a nice... Welcome back, Gail. You want a nice edge. So in my case, it's this envelope is 10 1/4. I want at least 1/4 inch on each side, so I'm cutting it to 9 3/4. I love this one. I really do. So 9 3/4. And if the fun part about having a paper pad like this, if you mess up on one sheet, you have a backup. You know, like in my case, that you for some reason decide that you can't count anymore. Oh boy. Hey there, Peyton. Gorgeous little girl you are. Ah, thanks, April. I will get better at it, I promise. There we go. Now, I am a little drink, sorry. I am the type of person who likes the edges grungy. Oh, she's such a sweet girl. She is like Dell. It's like way too cute for their own good. Both Daryl and Peyton. They are going to be such a handful. I mean, come on. Like I said, I love my journals grungy. I like to ink, my edges. I've got true that, Sam. I've got two favorites. Both are the stress oxides from Ranger. And the two I use, well, three actually, if I can find the other one. Oh, there they are. They were hiding. I've like the Ground Espresso, which is very dark. The Vintage Photo, which is mere like the orangey type colors. And I like my Black Suit. Black Suit is more Halloween, than anything else. I also sometimes use the tea dye, but that's more for the vintage style of shabby chic. So it's more the soft roses and that type of thing. That's when I usually use the tea dye. I've got a whole boatload more that I don't use. So that might be an idea for you all to sometimes just push me outside of my comfort zone and decide. Oh, walnut stain is another great in the brown family to use. Basically, from light to dark, it's Vintage Photo, walnut stain, or Ground Espresso. Okay. So yeah, I ink, and I'm quickly gonna do that. It just, I don't know what it is. I've always done that. There are not many projects that I didn't ink the edges just to give it that little bit of extra. I think Amanda's up to her ears in papers right now. She's so quiet. Oh boy. Oh boy. There we go. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it, Amy. I just gives it that little bit more oomph. Okay. Now, to the side. Are we going that way? Or are we going that way? Officially. Hey, I am good at infecting people with stuff. Ask Sam. I mean, come on. The last journaling page she did with the first day of school picture, it's like amazing. Well, officially, it should be going like that. Let's be official, right? So, there we go. Here we go. Glue again. Oh, you better post pictures of you doing your own thing. Because we want to see. That page turned out really, really good. Sam, really like that. And it's probably your brain was going like, no, what are you doing? It's not straight enough. My brain does that every single time. It's like, come on, woman. you know, it has to be all neat and straight, and but the effect of not doing it all super neat and straight is actually awesome. Okay, let's get this thing on. Oh, you should go. I mean, she bought like every piece of Tim Holtz Halloween stuff she could find. I don't think there's anything left for anybody else to get. I mean, seriously, it's like, no. Sorry, no, all sold out. Some Miss Moon dropped by earlier and cleared out everything. Basically, she got it all. Yeah, you, Miss Adam. Miss Amanda. Sorry. My brain sometimes scares me. Really, it does. It's with things like this that I just don't even think. Well, you can ask Amanda how weird things my brain spits out. Need a little bit more glue. Me? Crazy? Nah. I'm not. Really. Little bit. Maybe. Tiny. But hey, it makes life more fun. Right? I love you too, sis. Nice. Finish it down. It does, Tita. I mean, life is too short to be serious all the time. That's why I refuse. Oh gosh, I can be like a 4-year-old if I have to. Even if I don't have to and I just feel like it. The most fun thing is like what the kids do is like no matter what you ask them, that the answer is no. I like to play that in the office. Wendy, could you? No. But I really, no. I just don't do it. Of course you're not crazy, Mikey. None of us in here is crazy. We're pleasantly disturbed. We're not crazy. We're pleasantly disturbed. Besides, we're the most fun people. Oh, been there, done that, Mary. Like being so very tired, want to go to bed, and then you're in bed and your brain goes like, yeah, but what if you do this? And I was like, not now. I mean, come on. It's about 12:30. I have to get up early. I have to go to work. Stop it. Yeah, but you could put this, and this together, and it would be great fun. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Rustig, jongen. Somebody's gonna go to bed. Yeah, but those spooky people are the most fun. Ooh, Amy. Do you want to see the Halloween album I made last year? Because I'm trying to rub this as hard as I can so it can dry. But it needs to dry a little bit before I can start putting eyelets in it. Okay. Oh, where is it? There it is. There you go. This is actually made with Oh, yeah. I made this last year. And I used another graphic 45 paper for this one. This was a fun one to make. This is actually made with black tissue paper on the cover. See, the exact same thing. Only this is a hidden spine in it. Angles. And this one has 3 signatures. 4? 1, 2, 3, 4 signatures. And it has all kinds of envelopes and tuck spots, flips, cards, paper bags. So this is what we're gonna end up with. Sort of. Only this is a hardcover book, of course, and we'll be making one of those with the Halloween paper. It will be a hardcover. I like the buttons on the cover. And, you know, like I said, don't yell Tim Holtz too loudly because half of this stuff is Tim Holtz. Because, you know, no matter what you say, he makes the greatest stuff. I think, yeah, the bottles are Tim Holtz as well. The cameos are. I think the only thing that's not Tim Holtz is actually the flowers. I think those are Prima. Oh, the one I'm making now is even easier. It's because it's no sewing. Oh gosh, Amy, you're gonna hate me. Hold on. I needed to get this out anyways. Sorry. This is my little box of treasures. This has all the goodies. This has like all the goodies. This is like my fun box. I mean, yeah, I can. This is me collecting stuff over the time. I mean, you name it, and it's probably in either. And I got another one in either one of these boxes. I think I've got in here. This one, you mean? I'm not sure if it's in here. Oh, yeah, it is. Or like the there it is. I like the scissors as well. Or the peacock. Oh, Mary, you ready? I think this one will make it nice. I just realized this might actually look with something underneath it. That could work. That could work, wouldn't it? Yeah. Oh, that might be a good one to decorate this one, May. Yeah, we have to think about that. What else have I got? I've got so I love these. These are so fun. The part of the zipper, the pull up. Those are so cute. But yeah, this is something we have to go through and figure out what we're going to use on the cover. I've got clocks and gears and locks, and like I said, I've got another box of this. Yeah, that. Did you post pictures of that one, Mary? If so, I haven't seen it. I must have missed it. God darn it. This whole working thing is... Okay. Next bit. Because... yes, I did, actually. This one. It was a... what we call a tea box. Officially, it's white. And it actually had a glass window. And I was like, yeah, don't like it. So even the insides are done with paper. I do that a lot to my boxes. Well, thank you. Oh, here we go again. I'm gonna see my big arms again because I'm gonna fit the other one. Oh, I just dropped my kid. Okay. Oh. There you go. This is one of the other things that we will be doing. This is just a little box with little drawers which holds the rest of my yumminess. Like big cameos and plates. Ooh, for the owl lovers. We have a few of the owl lovers, don't we? God. I love this one. I'll be your friend forever. So yeah, I mean, not the one you need to show. Which one? These, oh gosh, I got them at my local scrap shop. I got a lot of them from AliExpress, from conventions. Basically anywhere I can get my hands on. I actually got if I have doubles or triples, certain groups on Facebook would love to swap these out. Oh boy, Amanda found the pockets. We've lost Amanda to the pockets. Oh, and now the punch boards are stupid. Way to go. Okay. Put this aside, Wendy. Yes, see, we've been flapping our gums long enough. I'm gone. Yeah, we figured. Oh, I already did, Amber. You weren't paying attention. I already showed her the black one. I do almost everything with this one. This is my best friend. That's the only punch board I have. I make my pockets with this. I make my envelopes with this. I make I make my tabs with this. I also make tabs in these babies. No, Amanda, this is just the envelope board. I just need one board. This is just only, officially this is only the envelope. But there are so many ways to make pockets. And I'll be showing. Not a problem at all. These are perfect to make tabs. The best, easiest way to make tabs are these. What didn't do it right? This one can do tabs just as well as you can make tabs with these. These I only got 2 of the 4 or 5 they have. Oh, punches. What? No, I'm just going to show you one which I'll be using for the Halloween album. If I can find it on the mess that once was my desk. And Amy's going to love this one. Amy's going to love this one. We're going to be using this one on the next one. No, it's not, Gail. It's very easy. This is my favorite Halloween tool. Or punch, sorry. I mean, this border punch gives me life. Let me get a piece of paper so I can show you what it looks like once it's punched. Where did I put all the paper? Where did all the paper go? For crying out loud. Where did all my paper go? Oh, we're doing steampunk, so I can use that as well. Oh, I can use this. It makes the most amazing punch. See, I'm making a mess now. Look at that. Can you see that? I love this punch. This gives such... I mean, just picture this. A whole edge of this being like on the edge of your page, and you can tuck your journal cards underneath there. I freaking love this punch. The punch boards. Oh, sure, I can. I only have one because, you know, I figured out how to use my envelope punch board to make all the stuff. Well, this way, you know, this dries very quick. I will not. I'll take a picture later on, Mary, and put it in the Facebook chat. Yeah, you's gonna hate me then, but okay. Oh yes, the tags. Okay. First things first. What's the easiest way? Let me get a piece of... Okay, scrap paper. This needs to dry anyways. Piece of scrap paper. You decide how long you want your tab to be and how thick. Usually I make 1 inch by roughly, what is it? Depending on, but let's say we're making a 2-inch tab. So let's cut this. Oh, let's do it on this way. Okay. This will be the width of your tab. And I want it, when doubled, I want it to be 1 inch. So again, I'm making it 2 inch. So basically, in this case, you're making a 2-inch square. Now, I'm lazy. I got a mini folding board. Where's the other one? I've got the gigantic one as well, but hey, not using that. See, got this one as well, but let's stick with the tiddly one. Oh boy. Why is Mary screaming at you, April? What you do? Okay, I want my tab to go that way, so I'm scoring it. Other one, and you fold it over. Oh, the tags. Well, the tags I make with my hand as well. But this is the easiest way to do on the envelope board. If you're paying attention, Miss Amanda, is the easy thing. Okay. What you do in the envelope board, you've got the center right here. What you do, the score line goes right to the center of that point. What you do is you lined it up exactly in the dead center of your punch, like that. I hope you can see that. See, like that center, and you punch. That gives you the first curve. Every tutorial says flip it and do the same. I don't. I leave it that way and I just move it over and line it up again. Dead center. Again. Oops. It moved. And punch again. And you got your tab. Flipping, yeah, I've heard so many people like, oh, it's not even, but that's because they flip it. I just move it over. Same thing, that's why I like the other. So that's using the punch board, the envelope boards, sorry. Another one is, say you want, again, a 1 inch tall by a 2 inch, so you're making a 2 inch square. Exact same thing, only we're gonna use, you score it so it's nice half. These are like awesome. I don't use the stub very much because I don't like it. 9 out of 10 times I use the deco. The other ones, those, yeah. No, 9 out of 10 times I use the deco. Again, it's on the part that's creased. You open it up, you line it, it can't go any further. You punch, you turn it over, and you punch, and you've got one of those. And that's why I love these. You got different types of different corners, because I use these on regular paper as well to round corners, or on my journaling cards, or I love these. You get different depending on the type of journal you're making. I mean, these are quite harsh, great for steampunk. You can also have this, which is a more scallopy, cloudy effect. It actually is called cloud. Haha, Jamie. The other one is a more classic double round. I always call this baby bottoms. I don't know why. Somebody mentioned it some point at me, and you know, just stuck. So I love these. I really I use the crap out of these, but only these two. They're not cheap. But on the other hand, you have things called coupons, which we don't have here. But hey, these are from Crocodile. We are memory keepers. The punch boards and these come from the same company. So the same company who makes, like, what Amanda's so happy now about now, the pockets. That's the same company who makes the M-boards. Coupons, yeah. I mean, gosh, I would kill for a company here that does coupons. See? So these are ones I use. I mean, yeah. I use these to make, like with the pockets, you get those little lips out. I use my 1-inch round punch for that, because it, you know, can do it halfway, and you can have like a nice, oops, way to pull out your journaling card or whatever you have in it. This is, I think, a must-have. I mean, I would be lost without my 1-inch circle punch. Really lost. And then you've got like really easy, cheap ones to make just regular. Those for me are my basic tools to work on my journals, to give me that little bit of extra on the corners if you don't like you know, regular straight corners. But we got digressed from what we were doing just because we needed. What now, Henry? What are you moaning about now? Okay. This is kind of sort of dry. Yeah, exactly, Mary. Well, we're doing next week the rest of embellishing and putting the signatures in. Oh, great. You want the center. Oh, yes, you do, Amber. He needs to hush. You definitely need a punch. So, we're folding over the cover. Ah, that's easy, Mary. You determined your center right here. See? Okay, come on, work with me here. Thank you. Easiest way for me. Yes, see, she needs it. That way you know exactly the center. From the center in, I always go, I have about a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch between my signatures, just to, you know, because you're putting stuff in it, it needs a little bit of room to grow. So what I'm doing, where's my pencil? I need a pencil. Ah, there it is. Basically, you hold it open. Like that. That's where, for ladies, pardon the expression, the boobs come in, because it gives a nice thing to hold your cover up. From the edge, you determine, you go in about 1/2 inch. So I have my ruler lined up to the edge, and I say, okay, with a pencil, mark 1/2 inch in this case, and from this side 1/2 inch that way. Got that? Is that? You lay them flat. Do the exactly, you turn it over. Again, you put it up straight. You mark in on this end. Half an inch. And from this end, 1/2 inch. From the center on that point, and I'm going to get a black pen because you're not going to see it anyways. You line it up where you left your mark. You hold your book up so that you're flush, and then you say 1/4 inch from the middle line that way. You find your marking here, hold it up like that, mark 1/4 inch that way, and then you turn it over. Again, you line it up. Oops, Wendy, do it well. Right, I moved. Yeah, that's better. And I'm trying very hard not to get my head in the frame. Line it up, 1/4 inch. Now, you can do it 2 ways. You can do it with a pokey tool, and where you make that crossing, go like carefully, go through and wiggle it. Sticky thingy, yes. And go through. Or if you luck and you got one of these, you can do that way. I prefer the bigger hole of the tool, and I line it up that the cross is exactly in the middle, and I punch a hole like that. And I love these. These are perfect. Why? Because they go through, in this case, a layer of fabric, an envelope, and your paper. Exactly, Amanda. It's an eyelet. So it's got stuck. Okay. You do that. On all four of them. Now, you can do it with a poker tool. You just make sure you wiggle it, or you can find they have them. Where is mine? These are cheap. Yeah, I will show you in a minute, Amy. These are, cheap ass ones. They work. Might not go as happily through fabric, but that's something you have to work at. But you can do it with a poker tool, only you have to, really work your way outwards. You get in the center and you wiggle to make sure. We're getting there, Amber. No hurry, me woman. I need to get the last biddly thing out. We're not gonna sew. Well, you could do it with elastics, but I'm gonna do it with baker's twine actually, Sam. That way, you can adjust it based on how thick you want your how thick you want your signatures to be. Yes, Amber, like the traveler notebooks type. There you go. Now, if you've got one of these, the next part will be this bit. Question is, where did I put my eyelets? Now, I think Mary knows the other version of these. When I say, like you got the little tool with the buttons that you like the hammer and you smash the buttons. It's basically the same idea. Now, I've got some eyelets here. These are actually for the crocodile. I mean, if you in my stash yell eyelets, it's like, God. Now, question is, which color are we going to use? Are we going for like the creamy, slightly darker, another tad darker, or the dark browns? These one. Bottom right, yeah, I thought so. Oh, yeah, I got several of those. We will need 4. Yeah, the darker. Ah! Okay. Okay, these will go in my gigantic one. Turn your book over. Stick the eyelet through. Now, the amount of times I've done this wrong is insane. But the pin on this side needs to go. Yeah, let's go back. Your eyelet needs to go, what will be the nice side needs to go on the outside of your cover in this case, which is the nice rounded edge. The pin needs to go over it. And then you squeeze. That way it closes on the other end and you've got no fraying. Oh boy. Oh, by the way, Sam, do you have any troubles getting him to bed now? He has to go to big school. Because, you know, like he was like, yay, let's party! There we go. Oh, that one got smushed. Oh well. No, that's not right. Get another one. I messed that one up. Oh, he will be dead on his feet. Or so we hope. Could be. No, I did the right side. Oh, you have the house back to yourself now. There we go. Better. Now, once I've done this, the next bit is easy. Why? Because you can now decide, are you going to use ribbon? Are you going to use regular twine? Do you want to use baker twine? Hell, you can use whatever you... Oh, other way around. Hurry back, Sam. Or you can, you know, whatever you want to use. There you go. Ooh, this side is really being a pain. I'll fix that bit later. So now you got a cover with 4 holes. This being steampunk, I think I'll go for the black baker's twine. Anything you can want to use, Henry. Only problem with fishing line is that it will rip through at one point because that's made to cut through anything. And that too, Mary. You want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. for 5 times the length. Why? Yeah. Yeah, but if you tie and melt it, it means you will never be able to like now, we're gonna thread it, and because this way you can still adjust. Yeah. So, oh, sorry. Going too fast. See, I'm so used to doing this, I forget to tell you what I've been doing. And, you know, once this is done, we'll be done for tonight, and we will go further on to it next week on actually the signatures. But at least, you know, you got your cover to make. You start from the outside. Oh, great. Now it's not wanting to work with me. Outside. In. Going straight up. Ah! You better put up pictures then, Amanda. Why doing it this way? This gives you a little loop to clip a dangle on. Just for fun. And down. This way. Now, come on. Don't be an ass. Thank you very much. This means doing it this way, you have 2 strings to put signatures. The height of your signatures is determined what fits between the strings. So now you can start like folding papers. This also gives you an idea how much room you have on each side, on how big your signatures can be. And you can either leave it like this and tie. You can also string it differently so that you don't go this way, or you can make it 2 loose ones. That way, for example, if you tie them from the inside out, you have 2 loops here. You can put it all the way in the top and have dangles sitting from there. That's how I prefer it. So I would cut this in half. And for both, I would go like this. So from the inside out. Inside out. Now on this end, tie it loosely until you know how thick you want, or how tight you want it to be later on, after you decide how big your signature is going to be. And this way, if you do it this way, again, you can put in, you can put in 2 signatures. And decide yourself what you're going to put in those signatures and how much. Oh, crying out loud. Yeah, but Amanda's cheating. She's done that before. Oh, when you're the end of your baker's twine is being a pain, like mine is now, let's take a little bit of glue. Seriously, this one's being a pain in the ass, and it has to do with the eyelid not being. There we go. Finally. Jeez. See, that way you can tie it. Oh, for now, instead of, you know, making a double knot. Another fun thing you can do is, while you do this, make them even longer. That way you can turn, once you make the tight knot, you can use what's left over of the string to make your dangle. Or what you can also do, and I'll show you that the next one, is when you tie, or you put through your twine or whatever, you ribbon, whatever you use, before closing it up here, you can put some beads or buttons, string them, so you have that on the outside of your journal. So right now, this is a basic soft fabric cover, ready to get some signatures put in. Henry, you're bugging people. You tell him, Amanda. Anytime, Mary. And now you can say, okay, how much room do I have from the top to the bottom? In this case, that's just over 9 inches. So what I suggest is, you know, max height of your papers is 9 inches. Max. You can make smaller ones, but max height is 9 inches. From the center down there is 5.5. So keep your pages between 9 and 5.5. So for now, that's it. And next week we'll finish this off, making the signatures, and we will finish this off, and then the week after that we will start the Halloween one, but with a hardcover. So yes, I will be cutting up a book, Sam. I mean, you're gonna hurt, because I will, in fact, be gutting this book. This hardcover will end up being the cover for our Halloween journal. So, like I said, I'm keeping this. I'm keeping every bit of the papers. And next week, gosh, you're so gonna hate me all. These is what they call rice paper. And I've got a few ones in here that might work perfectly with the, there they are, steampunk ones. I got a few. These we can use to use on envelopes, Mod Podge on the envelopes. So I got quite a few nice bits here that we can use for that. Again, this is something that I accumulate. Oh gosh, I love this one. This is so pretty. Butterflies. I think you did see an owl. Ooh, like teapots. I've got so much of this stuff that, there you go. Trades. And the owl, yeah, I think it's in the beginning somewhere. Oh, yeah, it is on the front. I love this one. This is good one, might be a good one for a galaxy album, or travel. These are from Stamperia. I don't know if you, it's actually, I think it's an Italian brand, and you can get them online. I don't know if you can see. Hold on, let me see. It's called Stamperia. Oh, come on, Wendy. Come on. That's the brand. I think it's an Italian brand, and quite, you can find them on, people on Etsy sell them. They've got an own website. Oh, look at that one. They've got, yeah, it's kind of like a tissue paper. It's called a rice paper. It's a little bit thicker than regular tissue paper. It's slightly more fibery, if that's a word. If not, I just invented it. I love this one. It's like yumminess. Really yumminess. And a kitty. And they got kitty's flowers. This is one I'm going to be using for a vintage Alice in Wonderland journal I'm going to make. Yeah, well, they got so many. These are actually not too expensive. I think I pay about less than $1 a sheet. And they've got the big size. Well, the only homework, because we're going to put the signatures together and then start embellishing pages, is like, find any type of paper, envelope, paper bag, anything you want to put in your journal. Exactly. If you want to have pockets, make pockets. If you want to have tabs and tags, just get everything. I'll be, like I said, in this case, your pages cannot be taller than 9 and no wider than 5.5. Anything between that sizes works. So if you have like a book page that's smaller, fine. If you've got a tile envelope like this and you fold that, hey, it's not direct, but it's within the width, you can use max. And what you can do with these is you close them, you fold them, you take a sliver on the side, and that way you got 2 pockets on each side. Well, yes, but I also will be using, whoops, hold on. Where is it? Ah, there it is. For example, these are dead cheap. Your regular lunch bags. Just These cost nothing. What you do, in this case, it fits. You know, you don't have to do anything. The fun part with this is you can take a piece off this side and have a tag sliding in this way. This one you just glue on this edge and fold it down, and you've got a tuck spot there. These are that cheap. These are just regular brown paper bags. I can build you a whole album just using these bags. Just regular lunch bags, yes. It's not a fancy, it's not thick paper or anything. It's just literally exactly, Gail, the regular lunch bags. They cost like nothing. And I can make you a whole album with these. Yeah. You could go... Where's my paper? Okay. For example, these. Oh, of course, these are exactly the right height. With just my luck. Ah, these. These, what you could do instead of saying, oh, I'm just going to fold them in half, just put them off. And have them like that. You can slip them in at one end. Or exactly, actually this end. Slip it in like that. This end you close on this end, so you got a pocket. You slide it in and you fold it over. Then you've got something to work on here. You can put it over there and you can have a pocket there. Yeah. Mary, you get junk mail, right? Envelopes with, you're like, oh, fine. Cut them open nicely at the top. Use those because you can cover them with whatever you want. You can paint them. You can put pattern paper on it. Anything. Use that. Use literally, yeah, use any cheap ass or literally your junk mail you're getting. Save the envelopes and you can fold those and use those to make pages out. Envelopes are, you know, awesome for that. And that's actually, we're making regular journals basically, but that's the original idea for junk journals, was that use your junk, you know, like leftover envelopes from your mail. It's a bill or whatever. Yeah, you can paper folders because you can put it in, because this is a no-sew, you know, you can put as many pages in or out. You can decide, okay, I want to use this paper this week. What am I going to do with it? Am I going to paint it or gesso it first, or am I covering it with pattern paper or... But you can literally use anything. But hey, what you do get, you save up. I even save, get a pair of shoes, the box. The shoes are usually wrapped up in the tissue paper. I save that because those make fabulous soft cover journals. Why? Because you get like an envelope like this. you put glue on it, you put the tissue paper on, and you crumple it a little bit, let it dry, and then you can color it, and it gives that leathery look, that faux leathery look. We'll do one of those as well. No problem at all. But if you want, your homework for next week is find anything that you want to stuff in your journal, whether it's book pages for old books that they're falling apart, whether it's envelopes. You can make your pockets. We will be making envelopes. Easy way. But basically, just use anything you like. It's your journal. Stuff in it what you want. We don't have that over here as much, but if I'm not mistaken, in the States you can go into any what you call them, hardware stores, where they also sell wallpapers, and they have those free sheets. No, April, we're not sewing in. Yeah, the samples. Get the white wallpaper samples. You can color them, and you can use those as pages. You can use to turn them into pockets. You can turn them into envelopes. Yes, exactly. Stores get the flyers. Anything you basically you can get your hands up. Go to a thrift store. They usually will have, like old books falling apart that you can use the papers from. Notebooks, the cheap ass notebooks, you can color those, coffee dye them, and you can do anything. You can collage on them, you can paint them, you can use watercolors on them, anything you like. Yeah, you could get a whole sheet. And what do you think? I'm like, okay, what do I want to do? I can put all the watercolors on here I want to. I can stamp on it. I can punch edges out of it. You name it. It's the only limit is your imagination, basically. And we're all here for that. Everybody's got the ideas. And if Amanda kindly gave us a room in Discord, you can post there and give everybody inspiration and ideas on how you want to do. For example, a few weeks just before my vacation, Amber gave me a little challenge because I was kind of bored, and it's like, do something with stuff out of your stash. And she gave me, make me a tag using some Tim Holt stuff. You need to use watercolor, you need to use washi tape. Yeah. How long did it take me, Amber, while we were talking? Gosh. Can you remember how long it took me? Oh. And, this is what my brain spits out. How? I don't know. It did. I used to suck at this. I just kept going. Yeah, I had to stop. Because, But, And this has... it has some lace on it. It has Tim Holt stuff. It's got some tickets. It got it's got pieces of paper. It got book pages. It has some. This is actually one of the comes from one of the rolls you have as well. You bought, Amanda? I don't know why mine bit is, but somewhere underneath, Exactly. Principles on Pinterest. You can use anything you like. washi tape, leftover pieces of cardstock, anything you can think of. This is some modeling paste, and then I went over. Hey, you know, roll with it. That's the only thing I could say. Are there any more questions? Yeah, it was great fun making. It's been ages since I made a tag like this. Ooh, another thing. A good place, well, everybody knows this place because, you know, like both Sam and me and Amanda's getting there. So is Amber, are like having stock of AliExpress, but you can get a lot of nice stuff for not so much money on AliExpress. I mean, I love Tim Holtz as well, but he can be quite expensive. So yeah, I've got quite a bit of AliExpress here as well, with the vellum sheets and stuff like that. So I use old botanical books to get like flowers and a fuzzy cut. Just take it out. Exactly, Mary. It's like AliExpress is like, well, yeah, Amazon. My problem is that the good stuff Amazon sells, they don't sell on the Dutch version of Amazon. So Amazon UK and Amazon.com are great. Get to Amazon.nl and it sucks. Well, it depends a bit, Gail. Some things turns up for me within a week. Other things can take up for 4 weeks. It really depends. There you go, Tina. I mean, I've got old children books that, you know, like been used to the bone, and use those. I hardly ever use new books for my stuff. I try to, you know, like books have been loved and have been read and normally would end in the dump. Yeah. You know, nice one, Amy. So, but yeah, just get your hands on anything, and we will do some fun stuff next week. Finish up the outside of the book and get some signatures in, and then I'll give you some ideas on pockets, belly bands, envelopes, tuck spots, anything. Thanks, Han. I'll catch you Tuesday. Go to the puppies. You know, like we don't want like muggles and stuff doing weird stuff inside the studio. Exactly, April. You know, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and for me, it's you know, I don't always have the time, but I do try to make time for it. You know, like a little bit of me time. So you all start collecting stuff, and we will. Oh, and I would love to see if you start making the cover. Put some pictures up either in Facebook chat or on Discord or wherever. Just, you know, really would love to see how everybody's picking this up and making their own. Oh, a lot of my books come from Salvation Army and thrift stores. Okay. I'm gonna love you and leave you all now. And I will see you in the next live from either Amanda or Sam. And we'll be back here next Saturday. Oh, thank you, Tita. Thanks, Amy. Night, night, everybody.